Have you ever seen a face where you aren't into? In a stain on the ceiling, or the wood grain on the wall, or even a scuff mark on the desk perhaps? You have? That's certainly no surprise. It is human nature to seek patterns and to find meaning and make connections, whether real or imagined. To be quite frank, this all makes sense. An illusion, a mismatch owing to human perception. People inevitably favor their own thoughts and ideas over anyone else's. To be human is to be forever out of the reach of true objectivity. Now then, let me tell you a tale of a curious group of people and their subjective mistakes. This is a tragedy of two families. Are you okay? Did you hit your head or something? My name is Juliet. Juliet Violet. We go to the same college, remember? We eat lunch together every couple of days, hang out maybe once a week, friends. You ditched your class so you could come with me on a 4-day family trip, remember? Looks like none of this is ringing the bell, huh? Do you know what the date is? Are you sure you're okay? You got the month right, but you're off by a whole year. It's still 2019. See, this is why head injuries are so scary. You appear to have a mild case of amnesia. Well, then I'll introduce myself as well. My name is Hawthorne. I'm the Violet family's doctor. I've been at this for about 20 years or so. I'm afraid my memory isn't what it used to be. Are they going to be okay, doctor? Their condition doesn't seem to be serious, but you can't take head injuries lightly. One can seem in perfect health one day, then collapse the next. As a doctor, I'm afraid I can't give them a clean bill of health just yet. If they start to feel bad again, make sure to call me at once. Oh good, you're awake. Are you feeling alright now? Is that all you have to say, Kane? You're the one who hit him with the ball in the first place. Oh, yeah, I guess I did, huh? Sorry about that. Everything's good now that I apologized. Great, now I'm gonna get back at the game. Sorry about my little brother. You'd think he'd finally grow up a little now that he's in high school, but nope. Because he's still so childish? I know what you mean. We're all kinda worried about him. Anyway, don't feel like you have to go easy on him, okay? He could have seriously hurt you. It was bad enough that Kane kicked the ball into your face, but then it tripped you up, and you ended up tumbling down the nearby stairs like a barrel. Remember? I'm not sure what I would do to him if I were in your shoes. Uh-oh, you might have it worse than I thought. This is Kogetsukan. You're here with my family on our... Oh good, you look like you're alright. Hello, Eva. I was so worried after I heard what Kane did. I'm glad you seem to be fine. I see, you're here too here. I must say, you both look especially beautiful today. Maybe that's because I just got out of the bath. That's my mom and my little sister. I thought that was obvious. Maybe there's not as much of a family resemblance as I thought. Why don't you take a bath too, Juliet? It's really spacious. Maybe later. Now, you mustn't let your appearance slide over something like this. Have you noticed your hair getting sticky from the ocean breeze? Not really. It's not like I've been to the beach. I must say, it's always fascinating to see the twins with such different personalities. When it comes to me, my own personal experience, I've known 2 or 3 sets of twins, at least from teaching. Probably more when I was back in school. Twins, especially when they develop personalities, don't seem to be 100% alike. At least from my experience. Again, I mean, there could be perfectly symmetrical twins when it comes to personality, likes, and everything. From what I've experienced, some twins definitely take on different personalities. There's one, 2 twin girls I knew. One was a tomboy and one was really girly. Like, they were exact opposites of each other. They didn't even look similar to a certain degree. I mean, you could look at their face and be like, oh wow. If you just saw like their faces, you'd be like, oh, I can't tell who's who. But I mean, the overall, you look at them and you're like, oh yeah, they're 2 different people. I don't know, twins are an interesting thing. Can you all come with me for a moment? Daddy? What is it, Anaska? Dorothy lost a valuable necklace, and it's become a bit of a problem. Well, if the lady of the Goldie family is in trouble, we certainly can't turn our backs on her now. After all, no need to get into all that now. Come on, everyone, let's go. Why is my necklace missing? It couldn't have just walked away on its own. We're doing everything we can to find it, madam. Please give us a little more time. Over there, you can see for yourself how it's turning into kind of a mess. That furious lady over there is Dorothy Goldie, and the man trying to placate her is Wu from the Marble Company. I'll wait for as long as I must for it to be found. That necklace is very precious to me. Mommy, I'm hungry. Be patient, Lori. It'll be time for snacks soon, and Mommy's having a very important conversation right now. Okay, I'll go play with Kane then. What's going on here, Wu? Oh, hey sis. I'm afraid we've got a problem on our hands, you see. That dignified looking woman over there is An, the vice president of the Marble Company. And the girl we saw earlier was Lori Goldie. I'm gonna call her An because I've been playing a lot of Persona 5. So I'm just gonna go with that. I see, so Miss Dorothy's necklace went missing in the bathhouse. It took 10 minutes for me to realize I forgot my necklace in the changing room and go back and check on it. Someone must have taken it while I was out. Were you standing guard over the bathhouse then, Wu? Yeah, I was. I can promise that no men went in or out while I was keeping watch. In fact, nobody went in at all after Miss Dorothy left. Then you must have taken my necklace. Well, let's have it. Please calm down, Miss Dorothy. Could you keep it down? I was having a great nap until you woke me up. Morris, can't you be a little more polite? Well, huh? Who the hell do you think you are? Talking to me like we're buddies or something. You want a piece? I'm sorry about that. They're still a little loopy. Oh, right, you brought them here. Not bad. I guess you passed. You're one to talk, seeing how you slept most of the ways here. What do you expect? I was busy living it up all night. So what is this person to you anyway? They're a friend from school. I wanted someone outside our families to be here, so I didn't end up suffocating. That's so, alright, I'll let it go this once, out of respect for you. But there won't be a next time. Oh, you're alright, Morris. Mr. Aaron. I'm fine, Pops. Good. For a moment, I was worried if something might have happened to you. That's Aaron, head of the Goldie family. And you already met Morris, his son. You're such a worrywart, old man. Don't worry, I'll be taking over soon. Just relax and go enjoy that whiskey you've been saving. Can't say I approve of the way you disappointed your bride, though. I'm sorry, but I don't want to explain it again. You'll see soon enough. Ooh, may I have a word? What is it, Doc? I'm not saying this to clear my own name, but the three of us have airtight alibis. We were all in the same room. We can all vouch for one another. Since there's no question of their guilt, why not let the two of them handle the investigation? Well, I guess that'd be better than me looking into it, since Miss Dorothy obviously doesn't trust me anymore. As long as I get my necklace back, I don't care who finds it. Now that that's all clear, I will leave it up to you two for now. But if it doesn't turn up, then I'll take matters into my own hands. In our line of business, trust is everything after all. Are you sure you'll be okay, Juliet? You're such a worrier, Daddy. I told you I'm fine. Now, what's the big deal, Doctor? Oh, just an unorthodox treatment. I thought it might be a good way to rehabilitate their memory, you see. You know, that's a good point. Alright, tell me, how's your memory doing now that you met everyone from both families? Not so well, I see. They're some of the most famous people in the business world. It's even said that any contract they're present for will never ever be broken. The Marvel company doesn't just own the Kogetsukan, they even own the island it's on. So you never have to worry about unwanted visitors out here. Of course, that means if they did steal the necklace, we would have no hope of getting it back. I think we can trust them, don't you? Trust is everything for them after all. I'm sure that necklace wasn't cheap, but it couldn't possibly be worth ruining their reputation. They have clients all over the world, so that does give them a lot of power. Neither of our families could hope to match them even if we combined forces. Of course, we wouldn't have asked them to be here otherwise. While we're on the subject, An is the company's second in command. Despite his young age, Wu is one of the top 5 powerful people in the company. With people that high up in the company here, it just shows how seriously they take this. But never mind that now, let's go talk to them. Yes, I knew everyone would be tired thanks to that early departure, so I opened up the women's bath first. I think we got here a little after noon, and yeah, we were all pretty tired. I'm glad at least that my mom and sister were able to freshen up. And what about you, Wu? Did you ever take your eyes off the bath entrance? What do you think? Yeah, I was sitting there the whole time, but I was busy peeling vegetables. We're short on staff right now. But even if I couldn't keep my eye on it the whole time, I would have noticed if any lecturers had tried to get in. From what I remember, Miss Harriet and Miss Eva went in first. Then Miss Dorothy and Miss Lori went in as Miss Harriet and Miss Eva were leaving. I'm pretty sure nobody else went in after Miss Dorothy and Miss Lori came out. Though I didn't expect to see Miss Dorothy back again so soon, especially not looking like she was ready to carve me up. So my mom and sister couldn't have taken it, then who possibly could? There's no other viable suspects. True, a woman may have been able to sneak past Wu without drawing suspicion, but there doesn't seem to be any woman here who could have done it. Oh, did something occur to you? So we're supposed to believe that you've got an alibi, huh? I mean, hypothetically speaking, couldn't the twins just swap places to pull this kind of thing off? Just saying. No way. No one would get them mixed up like that. I know I wouldn't. Sure, that's possible, but only if there was anyone like that here. A crossdresser in this mansion? Give me a break. Huh? What are you looking at me like that? You think I stole it? Hey, no fighting. Of course, Morris is a man. This punk friend of yours is calling me a woman. Stop it, Morris. I told you there. I don't care if they're your guests anymore. You and me, outside now. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Mr. Morris. Oh, hey, Chris. Thanks for... Wait, now you show up? You wanna stop me, Chris? Fine, I'll just beat your ass first then. Bring it. Then it seems you leave me with no choice. My apologies. Let me go, damn it. Forgive me, Mr. Morris. Damn, you're a lot stronger than you look. Ah, shit. Now my right hand hurts like hell. I don't even feel like punching them anymore. Well, good job of getting him to settle down with the wrestling hold. But that you injured him in the process shows you still have a long ways to go. What was that all about anyway? Why were you fighting? Then the necklace may still be around, yes? In that case, I may have an idea of where it might be hidden. The necklace isn't going to turn up that easy. I found it. It was in the back of a drawer. Just like that? Yes, that's it. Wonderful. But that's strange. I don't remember putting it there. Aw, man. Lori? I thought I hid it really well, but you found it in no time. This sucks. This is one of those things, if they were like, oh, who did it? All logic points to no one actually doing it. Like, logically at least. So you have to choose the illogical answer. Which of course is just a kid hiding it. Lucky they didn't ask me, because I would have had no clue. Huh? You mean she took it? Why the hell did I have to get punched for that? What was that all even for? That's enough, Morris. Shut it. I'm so sorry. I never thought my daughter would get up to such mischief. Pay it no mind. Children will be children after all. Would you like me to take a look at your hand, Morris? Have your dominant hand injured must be a nuisance. This is nothing. Besides, it's not like I ever gave up. I swear, I didn't think that pretty boy had it in him. Anyway, it's evening now, right? Let's eat already. Good point. Alright, I'll go get dinner ready. Thanks for the grub. Grub. Now, Lori. I know you can be more polite than that. Thank you for the great meal. Huh? Yes, it was. Just take it away. Trying to cut steak hurts my hand. I do apologize for that. Shall I cut the steak for you then? Get lost. Damn it, how did this end up happening anyway? Come now, adversity only strengthens us after all. As long as that little episode brought our families closer together, it was all well worth it. Once the engagement between my son Morris and the Violet's daughter Juliet is finalized, the alliance between our families will be sealed. Surely there can be no better cause to rejoice than that. Don't make such a big deal out of it. That's what this whole trip was for to begin with. With the Marble Company present, this engagement contract will be irrevocable. If anyone were to object to it, even from the families, we will ensure they keep such an objection to themselves. I have a painful and not so painful way of doing that. The painful ones are my specialty. Huh? That's strange. All of our guests should already be here. Save the questions for later and get your weapon ready. Sis already has hers out. She always has it out. Someone's coming. Good evening, distinguished guests of Kogetsukan. I hope you forgive me for the intrusion. I rang the doorbell first, of course, but then no one came to answer. I thought I would let myself in. Who are you? People don't just stumble across this place. I believe Mr. Goldie or perhaps your superior can answer that. They arranged for me to be here after all. I didn't think you'd actually come. I could have sworn nobody was following us. Difficult to believe as it is. It seems you have come. Welcome, Sir Detective. Thank you, Mr. Goldie. Now then, allow me to introduce myself properly. My name is I was ready to say Sherlock. My name is Sheringham, a detective of some renown. I have come here because I sensed a case afoot. A detective? Why'd you go and bring a detective here, Pops? A fair question. I suppose you all have a right to know. The truth is, we received a threatening letter while I was putting this marriage proposal together. It simply said, call off Morris and Juliet's engagement, or the Goldie family will suffer the consequences. Seriously? First I've heard. But so what, you get threats all the time, right? What's got you so spooked about this one? We kept this proposal strictly between our families. Not even the most trusted executives know about it. Do you understand what that means? So you're saying whoever wrote the letter is here. I was just wondering what to do about it yesterday when Mr. Sheringham contacted me. Indeed, I told him I might be able to assist with any issues he may have arising from his son's engagement. I discussed it with An, and we'd agreed that if he could track us down here, we would hire him. So how do you know about the threat? Trade secret, I'm afraid. I can't say that nothing escapes my notice or understanding. You expect us to believe that? How do we know you didn't set this whole thing up yourself? Even if he did, his skills as a detective are nothing to sniff at. He could have never found us here were it otherwise. Only a handful of the company know where Kogetsukan is located, and the architect who designed it passed away. There's no way he could have found this place unless he tracked our itinerary perfectly. You're much too kind. You may rest easy, distinguished guest. You have my word that I will uncover whatever may be happening here. I am a great detective after all. Senpai, you're awake. Thank goodness. Are you alright? No, not quite. You were in another of your REM trances. Do you not remember what happened? You were having coffee in the break room, and I was having cocoa. We were having a lovely conversation when you began to stare at the moon outside the window. And then out of nowhere, you just mumbled, another crossover, huh? And passed out. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good line. and spilled your piping hot coffee all over yourself as well. Indeed, what followed was akin to a small fireworks display, considering how panicked young Mash was. Though it seemed the heavens have not forsaken you, though they may have been momentarily inattentive. As luck would have it, I happened to be passing by at the time. So, strained it was on my old back. I carried you all the way to your room. I further went above and beyond the call of duty by examining your burns. One must always strive for accuracy when relaying information, Professor. As you recall, we happened to be passing by. Furthermore, it was I who examined you. Not at all. I simply couldn't just ignore your plight. Not at least with young Mash's arm wrapped so tightly around it. She would have been an excellent sumo wrestler in another life. Were I only 20 years younger, I might have fallen for her. You must have had a peculiar dream indeed. Would you care to share with us what it was about? The caring motherly Ava, the hellion brother Cain, and their father Adam Scott, who for some reason sounds completely worthless as a person. Ooh, and after that, so we have 6 members of the Violet family, eh? I'm particularly interested in this Dr. Hawthorne fellow myself. Indeed, no doubt he's some sort of detestable back alley doctor, if not an outright fraud. Fraud? Surely you mean that detective who showed up at the very end. Some nerve he has, showing up unannounced as though he were the main character. What is it about men who call themselves detectives that makes them seem so terribly shady? Professor, with all due respect, there's a method to Holmes' madness. I feel like this isn't the first time I've heard that line. His goal is to get the culprit to lower their guard. Great detectives have to be shady. The nice ones always get killed off in the middle of the story. You make an excellent point. What I wouldn't give to have such an adoring fan myself. I appreciate the gesture, Miss Curiolite, but do be quiet for a moment. You have given me a great deal to think about. Here you go, Senpai. This is a chart of all the relationships between all the characters you just told us about. Oh, wow. Does this look alright to you? Well, I don't remember about the wife being deceased. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time remembering the characters' names, since I obviously associate them with something else. I'll call back to this whenever I need to. Returning to the matter at hand. In your dream, you said you were being cared for by an unfamiliar girl named Juliet. Furthermore, you were staying in an unfamiliar Western-style mansion rather than Chaldea, along with 2 families. These families were made up of familiar servants, but all of their names and some of their genders were different. Is that correct? That's far too intricate for a regular dream. For one thing, did you even know the word Kogetsu beforehand? According to the dictionary, it's an old Japanese word for crescent moon. A lot of Western-style country houses are given similarly old-fashioned names. In fact, I think they should have names like that. The Kogetsukan sounds like a wonderful name to me. Good grief. It seems I underestimated the depths of your affection for mysteries, Miss Curiolite. How about you, Professor? Any comment on these revelations? You mean the phenomenon of learning a word through a dream that one would have no way of knowing otherwise. In the Magecraft world, there is no shortage of methods to accomplish that. Precognitive dreams, clairvoyance, the remote sharing of minds. I feel like that might be a real thing though, right? Like you dream about something you know nothing about. I've heard that some people dream like in different languages. Of course, rare cases, but like, I feel like stuff like that happens. It's just one of the mysteries of, I guess, the human mind. Indeed, this latest case may be a result of one such method. Given what we currently know, my hypothesis is that they are picking up a signal of sorts. A signal originating from the one who is witnessing these events in reality. Yes, I imagine it is something along those lines. How unfortunate for you, young one. We don't know who's broadcasting it, but you seem to have unwittingly tuned in, so to speak. However, humans contain quite a lot of data. How they sound, how their skin feels, their expression, a wealth of information. This is likely too much information for you to process about so many people, so your mind substituted familiar servants for those new faces. Think of it as kind of a safety function. Were you unable to do so, your mind may have well broken under the strain of so much data. It is a very real danger. Indeed, your subconscious assessed the situation far more quickly and accurately than your conscious one. That is to say, this was not your last dream. This story will continue on. Okay, well, that's it for the first 2 acts. Tomorrow will be 1 act, and then I think the day after will be also 1 act, and then the next one is 2 acts. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm assuming maybe people are going to dip into JP. I don't want to do that. Because I didn't know who it was either. I skipped all of the dialogue. I don't remember who I picked. Hopefully people, try to deduce who it is. I'm going to try to. But overall, I think it's pretty fun. It's an interesting take on a mobile game event. Just being dialogue based, just being story based. I'll save my final opinions to the end. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll definitely see you guys tomorrow for the next part. Peace out.